The righteous bohemian brother. Even though there are some bohemian brothers who are sincere with their lifestyle, the average boho brother is just a guy who tries to impress women by coming across as being more spiritual and righteous than other guys. Sure, there are some bohemian brothers who are genuinely in touch with nature and their inner peace, but they're I'm crying. I'm crying. It's your girl Tieesha, and I'm back with another great video. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but I just got the motivation to do it today based off a Facebook post that I have on my page. And I was talking about this guy, and luckily I found out today that he finally unfollowed me, finally unsubscribed to me. Well, I hope he's unsubscribed, because if not, he gonna see this video and get butthurt. But I don't care. Unsubscribed, unfollowed me, unfriended me. Good, because this was the most blatant form of disrespect. You know, it's crazy. And so I thought I'll tie that in with dating in my 30s or dating after divorce. I talked about this on my other channel. I'll leave a link for that if you want to check that out. But I'm gonna go ahead and over here I'm more raw. You know, I can, you know, talk the way I want. And so yeah, getting to the point. So I connected with this brother a couple of months ago. I think it's just a couple months ago, because his content was similar to mine on YouTube, and you know, I really respected his content creating ability and ability to, you know, be consistent with putting out content. The amount of research he did, I was really into that, and I was appreciative. So that was one thing we had in common. So lately I've been collaborating with other YouTubers on projects because I want to network out. You know, I want to continue with those who, you know, I started YouTube with, and we all just grow together. So I reached out to the brother. I'm like, yo, I got this idea, this project for a collaboration, and it may even turn into something long-term as far as, you know, with our platforms, merging our audiences, things like that. He was on board. I presented an outline, and out of nowhere, he comes back and texts me. He texts me this right here. As we're going over the details on our collaboration, at the conclusion, he sends me this. That's so perfect, my queen. I really think this will be a great first collab. Looking forward to it and many to come. Hopefully get you in my presence so I can venerate you in person. Love every inch of you. And I'm just playing dumb and just like, is he really sending me this bullshit? I reply, absolutely. I'm in the process of moving closer. Talking about like, okay, yeah, about collaboration and many things like that. I guess, well, not I guess, I know he thought about something else. Oh my, that would be divine. You gonna let me venerate you and you recharge me. And of course, I'm playing dumb again. I've never heard of that before. What does that mean? He says, recharge me or venerate. I'm like, both. He says, I believe in the deep ancient science of African and Indian Tantra. The black man and woman can recharge each other in sacred... I believe in the deep ancient science of African and Indian Tantra. The black man and woman can recharge each other in sacred divine acts of one's mentally and physically. Our minds and body can conjoin and create a spiritual recharge as our sacred natures introduce each other and get familiar with each other in a divine act of sexual veneration. Being your melanin preserved so well in natural chocolate, that means you would give me a deep spiritual recharge and a divine act, and we could reach Tantra, spiritual high connection. At the same time, I will be venerate your body and mind as you recharging, ritualistic, calling your name as we both release our vital energies. Drip, drip, drip. It's a science. And I reply, thanks for the info. I'll look more into it. What does your schedule look like for the video? Yeah, I straight swerved him. And then he comes in a few, because like I stopped speaking to him And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this project on my own. I ain't even trying to fool with this dude. I ain't on it. So I went ahead and just proceeded on with my regularly scheduled YouTube program. So he hit me up about a week later. You ain't just forget about me, did it, queen? I'm like, yeah, you threw me off when I approached you on a plan to collaborate on business, only to have you bring sex into it. This is my business line. If you wish to continue a personal convo, use my other line. And I ended it off that. So after he texted that to me, I'm like, really? Actually, I wasn't surprised, because I forgot that before he had sent something to my Instagram inbox. It was some kind of spoken word poem. And I'm like, okay. You know, and now that I have a business Instagram, I have like 3 different inboxes. It's like one for people that you know, and then there's one that gets filtered, and another one that's just generic. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay. One thing I can't stand, and right now, since I came out of Christianity, and I guess you would consider me this conscious woman, or, you know, I guess that's the title for lack of a better one. So I get a lot of the, hey queen, how you doing? I'm like, cool, how you doing, king? What's up? But I don't really like those titles, because I feel as though if I call you a king, you're not my king. And then half the time, you don't have a kingdom. Like, you don't have any land. You don't have a castle. You don't got no animals. You don't have a king. So, I mean, a kingdom, so you're not a king. And you didn't marry me, so I'm not your queen. You know, so address me as Miss Essex. Stuff like that. But you want to keep, you know, the peace and keep the vibe and be positive. So, you know, I let it ride. This dude wants to sit up here and bring up the topic of sex, but it wasn't in layman's terms. It was some bullshit. And shout out to Tariq Nasheed, because I gave away a copy of this book. I had a giveaway earlier this year. And this book here is Play or Be Played by Tariq Nasheed. And on page 49, and I hope that he's okay with me reading this, but I kind of knew about this already, but he kind of solidified it for me. And so what he describes as different types of men, and the one that he described that fit this situation here was, it's called the righteous bohemian brother. Even though there are some bohemian brothers who are sincere with their lifestyle, the average boho brother is just a guy who tries to impress women by coming across as being more spiritual and righteous than other guys. The boho brother is a type of cat who might wear dreads or an afro. He prides himself on being anti-establishment, and he also makes a couple of dollars selling incense, oils, and sometimes weed. Oh my gosh. The boho brother likes to drink herbal tea and read poetry. He often listens to music by artists like Maxwell, Music Soul Child, and The Roots. In the white community, these types of guys are commonly referred to as hippies. Sure, there are some bohemian brothers who are genuinely in touch with nature and their inner peace, but they're... I'm crying. I'm crying. Sure, there are some bohemian brothers who are genuinely in touch with nature and their inner peace, but there are many boho brothers who use this lifestyle as an excuse to get high and be completely non-productive. Tariq Nasheed, play or be played. Yo, I need a tissue.
Relax. Knowledge is the path to greatness. If you'd like to be smart as a baby dolphin, call now.
Oh my gosh. That was funny as hell, y'all. That was funny as hell. So yes, oh my gosh. That was just so horrible. I mean, if I wanted to get disrespected and just, I mean, a little innocent flirting is okay. You know, I'm not one of those like, oh my gosh, you told me good morning, I'm gonna file a police report. No, you know, innocent flirting and, you know, just being kind is okay. But this mofo right here gonna text me all that, this African, Indian, all this other stuff. How you gonna tell me about Africa and all that and play a probably ain't even got a damn passport? You know, if you don't get all the way the fuck up out of here and out of my damn face and off my damn lines of communication with this dumb shit. I mean, I don't know. I guess I may look younger, and so it's more perceived that I'm gullible. But I'm like, nah, player, that ain't happening. All right. So, but jump right into this. Dating after 30. I'm not doing any online dating. I really am not. I am over online dating to the 15th power. That's where I met the ex-husband. That's where I met some other guys that was just like, you know, no online dating at all. I went on, I don't know, I think I talked myself into this. I had the bright idea last year, you know, to go see what the pickings were in my area. All I found was dudes that I work with who I believe got wives, and other dudes who yeah, let's put it this way, online dating is not for me. And also I did the video on how they find robbery victims through dating apps. No. No. So yeah, online dating is not for me. I prefer to meet somebody in person. But when I meet someone in person, I'm not looking for them. When I go out the house, I'm not looking like, oh my gosh, today I might find a man today I might do this. No, I go out, I handle my business, I be me. I go out, and if I'm going to have a good time, I'm going to go have a good time. I'm going to present myself as a hard target, and may the right vibe attract the right man. I just put it that way. Other than that, somebody else that came up to me on some kind of fuck shit was I had met this other brother. He had approached me. He greeted me. I was like, cool, you know, I appreciate that. That's kind. Then he gave me a compliment. Then we stood right there and we, you know, chopped it up. He figured that his selling points to impress me was telling me about how he's mixed and he's light skinned with good hair. And I'm like, dude, bye. So I gave him my throwaway number, and then I looked at his social media. My social media is all out there. I know that everybody who I come in contact with is looking at my social media. I applied for this one job, and while I'm sitting up there doing the phone interview, the brother in the background, he says, yo, I'm looking at your Twitter. I'm glad that you don't have anything about politics and stuff up there. I'm like, yeah, I'll talk about politics. But I'm like, yeah, you won't see me twerking. I'm not naked. It's just me. I say cuss words, but that's me. That's Tieesha. And if I was ashamed of it, I would use an alias and maybe not put my face on there. But I'm like, that's me. Okay. When I looked at his social media, it was just a lot of inconsistencies. And then I felt as when we were talking, he was telling me lies in the first place. I'm like, well, what you doing over here in these parts? He said he lived somewhere else, but he was over in my area doing something. I'm like, that kind of don't make sense. I'm like, okay, I got you. Once again, now this brother, he was around my age, but I'm figuring too that he thought that I was younger. And the first thing that he asked, do you have children? And I don't answer that question up front. I'm like, that's not something you ask me, and you didn't even bought me a meal yet or nothing like that. You don't ask me about if I have children. Are you a pervert? No, get out of my face. So yeah, he got ghosted. One thing that I've noticed with dating in my 30s now is that I have value, okay? I have value. I have built stuff. I have acquired things. I have the potential to triple, double, quadruple what I currently have and attain more. So I am not going to risk that with somebody who doesn't have anything. You know, I want them to have assets. I'm looking for someone with assets because one, they'll have something to lose. And people who go about their day-to-day acting as if they have something to lose, they're not going to do risky, reckless behaviors. Then two, they value themselves. They're not going to abuse themselves or do stupid stuff that will make them lose what they built up. Then two, we're going to grow together. You know, we have benefit to each other. So the benefit of me being in your life and vice versa is when we look back at where we were, we've gotten better. It's good to show accomplishments and look back at your accomplishments. You know, I'm not shitting on nobody, but I notice around my age group right now, when I ask a guy, and this is also a deal breaker, all right, so what are your accomplishments? I take care of my kids. I got a job. Well, first of all, they're your kids. You supposed to take care of them. You made them. And then you an adult. You supposed to have a job. You like flushing the toilet. You like eating food. You like sleeping in the bed. You like not living in the woods. You have a dwelling. You supposed to pay for it. I will ghost you real quick. I have ghosted real quick. One thing I have to salute myself on is the glow up. I'm glad that I do not look like what I've been going through. And thanks a lot to Sephora and Ulta, okay? I absolutely love my Too Faced melted matte lipsticks. But just simple hygiene stuff, brush your teeth, floss. I have acne problems, so you take care of that. You do what you have to do to take care of that. You go see a dermatologist, you go to the doctor, you go to the dentist. You shower regularly with soap and water. You don't just hop in there and the water's not on and get out. No. I can't stand the fact that when I go somewhere and you can smell grown people. I don't care if you do have a real dirty job. I don't give a shit if you the garbage man. You're not supposed to smell like it. I worked around JP5, and one thing that you can say that me and my son's father, our home never smelled like jet fuel. We went to work not smelling like jet fuel, and even when his best friend, all of us worked in aviation fuels. We never smelled like it off the boat. That's just, I don't know. People don't know how to wash their ass and take care of their bodily issues. I'm also dating my 30s. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry the way I was in my 20s to change my Facebook status. I'm cool. I'm cooling. I'm chilling. Because whoever I link up with, either they have to be better than me or have to be better than me. I'm not going that route anymore where I'm on some builder brother. I'm not. I'm not going to and build you up and, turn this diamond in the rough to, I don't have enough pressure to change that coal into a diamond. No, you should already have that because it takes your own work from the inside to make that happen. If you're going to be a shitbag, you're going to be a shitbag, and I'm not in the business of transforming shitbags. There's two relationship statuses in my world right now. Either I'm single or I'm married. There's no, I'm your girlfriend, you my boyfriend. Either I'm your wife, I'm your wife, you my husband, I'm your wife. There's no in between. I'm not entertaining situationships. I'm not, being, it's complicated or, anything like that. Like, no, I'm me until I'm not me. Or I'm, a wife. I'm not doing that. I don't want to live with anybody unless I'm living with my husband in a home that we purchased together, and it's acquiring equity, and it has equity building. But I'm not on that. I'm really not. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not going to have any children that have my last name. That ain't gonna happen either. And I'm not having anybody's children while I still have my maiden name. That ain't gonna happen. So boom. I must come on and say that chivalry is not dead. I've met some amazing gentlemen. I really have. It's really the standard that you project and you hold yourself up to. If you accept treatment from any old body, then you're going to get just any old thing. And when you're seen as having a certain level, it could be you on your high horse. So what? I never heard of a low horse. A low horse is like them little ass ponies. I don't want to be on a little ass pony. I'm going to be on my high horse. And plus, even if I'm not on a fucking horse, I'm almost 6 feet tall. So I'm not low-hanging fruit either. So I'm not going to treat myself as such, and I'm not going to allow you to treat myself as such. And I'm going to avoid you if I see you treating yourself as such. Chivalry is not dead. Shout out to the great brothers that I've met who are just, their parents raised them right, and if their parents didn't raise them right, they had enough ambition and drive and common sense to want to be different in their life, and I appreciate that, and I salute you. So brothers, keep it up. Little stuff, greeting a woman, good morning, not calling us females, women, and holding an intellectual conversation and being problem solvers. There's times where I will relay. I'm not like crying for help. Like, I'm not the type of chick that I need $40 to pay my electric bill either. But it's like, hey, if I have a situation, I know that me as a woman, my natural self is I tend to get quite emotional. Punk motherfuckers run from that. Girly men who have, or girly males who have emotional tendencies, they run from that, or they want to just cause conflict. When you present an issue to a man who is secure in himself, men are the logical thinkers, the problem solvers. They're going to find an answer for you and they're going to work it out. And that's it. So, yeah, I just want to give the chivalrous brothers a shout out. I'm no longer looking at potential. Let me go back to my Build Out the Science Guy days. Potential energy is stored energy. Kinetic energy is energy in motion. I want to see your kinetic, your energy in motion. What have you been doing in the past, present, and what are you going to do in the future? I'm not going to look at your potential. It's either you got it or you don't, and you're acting on it or you're not, because I won't say life is short, but things are happening fast and things are changing fast. You miss the opportunity now, you miss the opportunity forever. You have to be constantly having your wheels thinking. There's no time to sit idle unless you're sick. Even when I am sick, I'm like thinking a mile a minute. I'm doing like 5 different things at once. I was just sick for 2 months, and yeah, I'm like, I gotta get some stuff done. But yeah, I encourage women, and also just being in my 30s, I don't care about your potential. I don't. And I'm not looking for that either. Think about my great-grandparents. My mom has sent me this picture of my great-grandparents, and she would constantly tell me stories about how my great-grandfather, he would at times walk miles every week religiously until my great-grandmother agreed to marry him. And when they got married, she had, I think, like over 6 children with him. But they were together until he passed away first, and then she lived for another decade until she transitioned to become an ancestor. Right now in this age, we have cell phones, we have 2-day, even overnight priority mail, we have international airports, hell, we even got Spirit Airlines. If someone is not making the effort to be present in your life or give themselves a little bit of an inconvenience to, you know, stay relevant in your life, if they're not doing that, then shouldn't be bending over backwards. And now in my 30s, you know, that's one trait that I don't say it's kind of my blessing and my curse, because I am an empathetic type person. I feel what other people are feeling, you know. If you say, oh my gosh, I have a toothache, all of a sudden I'm going to feel a toothache. I'm going to know how it feels to have a toothache, and I'm going to try to do everything I can to have that toothache go away. Or if you're just, I don't know, I live here by myself. I'm in Seattle, you know, I have a large, you know, social circle, but it's digital. But my physical circle is really limited here. I have people who would not even tell me they're sending me a gift or something, or they'll text me out of the blue, or just call me and just say, hey, how are you doing? What's going on in your mind? I'm here to listen. Or I just have like a gift out of somewhere, or a card, or a postcard. That's the kind of stuff that really just makes my day, because I don't have to ask for it. Someone is thinking about me, you know, at a time where I may be thinking about 100 other people. You know, I'm thinking about my son, my mother, my sister, my brother, my grandmother, the community, thinking about all that, but someone is thinking about me, and I really appreciate that. Deal breakers. Before I get to the deal breakers, one thing that dating in my 30s that I realize is beneficial is that I don't see everyone that I date or talk to or see as it. Yeah, you keep looking for it, you're gonna find out that it is Pennywise, and your ass gonna get taken in that damn gutter and we ain't gonna see you no more. Not everybody is it. You have to look deep, you gotta investigate. I talk about this all the time. You have to look at the credit history. Nowadays, drug history. There was a brother who got on my nerves. Super kind brother. He was super kind, you know, and he was very, very giving and things like that. However, he was talking about illegal drug use. Now, in the state that I live in, Washington, on the state level, marijuana is legal. However, on a federal level, it is illegal. On a federal level is where I apply to purchase and own firearms. When you go and fill out an application to get a new firearm or a transfer, there's a question on there about marijuana and illegal drug use. You messing up what I got going on over here, trying to, have my Second Amendment right and defending myself and being a hard target. How am I going to trust you to protect me if you doing illegal drugs? No. I don't care if you got a card. I don't care. I do not care. I do not tolerate drug use. I do not. So he was kind of butthurt over that, but I'm like, that's just not what I do. You can look at my entire social media footprint from the time I started to present. The only time I talked about marijuana was a couple videos ago where I talked about how male marijuana use causes miscarriages in women. And speaking on this real quick, one thing about dating in my 30s that has really taught me, and I'm really leery about dating, and it takes a lot, when I think about being intimate with someone and things like that, you have to really, right now, we have to stress over our cervical health, our reproductive health. There's so many, these stories of miracle babies and everybody got a C-section scar. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So you want to shield yourself from, I call it reckless penis syndrome. Dirty dicks. I don't know if I can say that, but hell, I'm going to say it. Because there was this restaurant in Virginia. I would see people with t-shirts and billboards. I got my crabs from Dirty Dicks. And it was a seafood restaurant. So I'm really serious right now, y'all. There's a lot going on in the realm of, where sexual promiscuity is celebrated. And, you have a right to be with whoever you want to, but you just have to think about, okay, cervical health, our cervix and our reproductive health is where our children live. And that's where we birth our nations. Okay. So think twice, think long, think hard. Ew, I don't gotta say that either. I don't gotta say that. But be very choosy. They say choosy moms choose Jif. Well, choosy moms, choose the right person to procreate with. Okay, you very choosy. All right. Now we're gonna talk about these deal breakers. Deal breakers, yes. This one here I kind of lumped it all together. No skills, no talents, no network, no integrity, no drive, and not giving a shit. Where I'm at in life, in my 30s, so I'm dating men my age and older. If I look back and you fit all those categories, you ain't got no network, you got no drive to do better, you got no integrity, no talents. Like if you hit a situation right now and you needed to get some emergency funds, you don't have a talent or a skill or an ability to, acquire something like $1,000 within a matter of hours, or don't have a reserve or a network or anything to rectify this problem with, you have an issue, and that is a deal breaker. Okay, that's an absolute deal breaker. Another deal breaker is too many children. I have one. Yeah, too many damn children. My son, he's older. He's 15, so I don't have to worry about childcare issues. I know some people, have children later in life. Okay, I wasn't a teen mom. I have my son as an adult, but I gotta think about that because I'm not in it at this moment to play super stepmom. I mean, we all have that relationship where, we fell in love and we wanted to bring forth a token of our love, so we have children. But if you have more than one, don't even bother. I'm really being stingy and stubborn and selfish at the moment. I really am, because I just can't. I can't. Too many children, too many mothers. That's also a deal breaker. Too many children. Like, okay, I know, and that's an issue, because some guys will get women pregnant just to disqualify them from anybody else, so that they always will have access to them. It's in my track record. I get with someone, they have children, a child, and everything is going really good. The child likes me. As soon as we get serious and get real good, guess what? He get put on papers. Okay. I don't want to deal with that. You should already have the logistics of taking care of your child and an agreement already in place. I'm not going to support anyone going to court to fight over custody. That's draining to me. I don't really give a shit about how much you hate the child's mother and how they trying to ruin you and how she was psycho. No, fool. If she was so psycho, you kept getting in bed with her. And no, you need to stop. And what did you do to make her psycho? Okay, let's talk about that. But if she was psycho when y'all met, that's what you liked. So you like low-hanging fruit. You ain't finna be around me. You should have chose better, okay? You didn't have to get with her, but you chose to. If the children are too young, the children are too young. I will never ever get with someone who has a child. I would say who is under the age of 3. Under the age of 3, that's just too young. You need to stay in your child's life. You need to rat it out for a little bit. And if you have multiple children under the age of 5, you need to just go ahead and rat it out until they become 18, because children being that young don't know what's going on. They have emotions. They feel as though they have to choose a side. They get confused and use as pawns. I'm not in the business of having the child act out against me and rebel and all that. I'm not on that. And then if we happen to get married and, you know, things go on, I gotta worry about them being mean to my child or the children that we have. I know that sounds selfish, but it's there. Damaged goods. Those who will just generalize every woman as this. Now, I went through some shit. We all went through some shit. You know, I had the domestic violence, you know, things like that. But I can't paint every military person as such. I can't paint every man as such. However, you got to heal. You may have your reservations and your precautions because quite naturally, when we go through something, we have to protect ourselves. We do build sort of a wall. We have our guard up, but you're going to have to work through that and eventually begin trusting and, you know, letting all that shit go. Before I close out, I will recommend Tariq Nasheed's book, Play or Be Played. He also has the other one, The Art of Macking. And people really shit on his books, but they are genius. It's the truth. And because of his books, he spawned a whole, you know, line of the art of. Hang on one second. So people get mad at Tariq Nasheed with The Art of Macking, but this guy right here, Neil Strauss, came out with this book called The Game, and it's written to resemble a Bible. And pretty much, he really, I don't know, really just talks about how to play women, and just he goes all the way out. Even the chapters is made like dice games, and it's the Penetrating the Secret Society of Pickup Artists. And like I said, it's written like the Bible. Yeah. So next time somebody want to call out Tariq Nasheed, we're gonna talk about Neil Strauss. All right. Look, he even has women on a chessboard. You know, so just had to go and defend King Flex, you know what I'm saying? Because people be getting on my nerves. I'll leave you with another book that I highly recommend. This is my nighttime read. I'm reading this chapter by chapter and just meditating on it. But this is called The Spirit of Intimacy, Ancient African Teachings and the Ways of Relationships. I'll leave a link for this in the description. Somebody gave me a super compliment. They were like, you're like the Reader Rainbow of YouTube, because I always leave you with a couple of good books. And so I'm like, I appreciate that, because I grew up watching Reader Rainbow. And as I close out this video, I just want to just say something kind, true, and genuine about the men that, you know, I've been meeting. And I'm not saying it's a lot, but it's genuine. It's not about the quantity at this age and dating in my 30s. It's about the quality. So yes, I may get approached by a handful of men, whether online, in person, but it's the quality. You're looking for quality now. And one thing that I like about men right now and my 30s and how they're around my age or whatever is that they tend to slow down. They tend to slow down. Like they're not really on that fast life. And when you see dudes who are, you avoid them, okay? But the ones who are around my age now that are just the quality, they've built stuff, they have a story, they've acquired, they're looking for the finer things in life, and they want to enjoy this time, do it conflict free with, you know, the most suitable woman. And I found that just being genuinely me. When I was in my 20s, I was, you know, I couldn't leave out the house without having a relaxer and my weave done. Yeah, I still have my hair done, but I rock my afro. That's all mine. You can even see the gray hairs that I have one like right there. Just weird, quirky stuff that I like to do. Go hang out at bookstores. Go to a historic place. Go to a free museum. Go listen to jazz. Try weird food. Do YouTube. Watch, you know, just rare movies. You know, stuff like that. Just talk about weird, nerdy stuff. That's the kind of quality that I'm looking for, and it's really good. When they find me, you know, I'm not looking. They find me, they see me in my element, being me, just in my zone, and my vibe, our vibes attract and pull each other, and yeah, it's good stuff. So I want to salute all the brothers who have quality traits. And yeah, so I don't want you to listen to the conspiracies and the fear factors. There's not enough men and there's a shortage of men. No, it's where are you at? Okay, you don't have to stay in your one little place. Yeah, the pickings might be slim where you are, but you can travel. You know, there's these such things called international airports. Shit, if you can't afford to fly with Delta, I love Delta because, you know, I'm older now. So yeah, you want quality, Delta Airlines, okay? You can even fly Spirit, Frontier, and get into a different circle, meet some different people. Who says you have to take your leave and vacation where you at and go somewhere else? You have this thing called the internet. I have a video on my channel, Smartphones and Dumb People. Use your smartphone smartly. You can improve your network. You can join, you know, different networks and meet a better quality of people to be around that inspire you to do better on the internet without even leaving your house. And then when you see events, go out there and meet them in person. You know, level up. I haven't said that on my channel yet. Level up, glow up. The glow up is real. So I ain't gonna make this video too long. I see I'm already at like 30 minutes. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. There will be more videos like this. If you have any questions, you have video topics, ideas, make sure you check out my website, TIESHA.com. Make sure you get your personal defense game up. I have more quality products on the way. Yes, and also too, since now I have actual tangible products, and I want to say thank you to those who support my channel and support my platform monetarily. Just know that I do have something in store, and I'm thinking about presenting to those who help support my channel. I really appreciate you. You really do. Yeah, so I will get some products, some gifts, some, you know, tiers to my Patreon and things like that, and hook y'all up, okay? Because y'all been hooking me up. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next video. Hey, it's Tieesha, and I'm up early recording videos. Yes, the life of a content creator. Make sure you head over to Tieesha Essex on YouTube and subscribe. Watch as many videos as you want, because guess what? It's free. Connect with me on my other social media platforms. Follow me here on Instagram. Follow me over on YouTube. Check me out on TikTok. Also, make sure you visit TIEESHAEssex.com and shop my TIEMONEX store, where I have some amazing personal self-defense items, as well as some other items as well that you will absolutely love. So yes, I will see you on future videos. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time.